of times where the other farmers
This was
were,
1936.
yeah, the other farmers around that couldn't get a hold of coal were burning their corn?
Nobody even in town could, I mean, there were a lot of people in town couldn't get coal. In other words, we cut down a tree in our front yard, a great big tree, and we'd bring in a log. Dad and I would go out there and we went out and cut that tree down, and then take a branch at a time and bring in the kitchen. We had a long kitchen, and we'd saw it up into pieces of wood right in the kitchen because it was too cold to be outside.
Okay, during this time, what was the prices of a bushel of corn as opposed to a ton of coal or something like that?
I don't remember, but corn was cheap.
Uh-huh.
Corn was very cheap. I don't know, probably about 35, 40 cents a bushel.
And a lot of farmers resorted to burning their corn.
Oh yeah, they did. But folks didn't
Well,
believe.
we used to go through the corn and then some of the
Moldy and we'd burn that.
ugly ears, we'd burn that.
But
There's not much heat value in corn, though, is
it
there?
was hot. But folks would not do it because it was a food product, and you never burned any food.
I
Or
see.
threw any food away.
Yeah, but some of these moldy ears and that.
Yeah, moldy ears, you couldn't use them for even animals. But anyway, what I was going to say, the coal mine called us up and wanted to know if they could trade some coal for some corn. So Bernard and I, we knew we had to scoop some snow in order to get down to the coal mine because there was a long lane that we had to go through. And we went up there and we scooped that snow and went home and we were loading the corn into the wagon. And here comes our neighbor, next door neighbor. He was Harry Lundell, whipping his horses and down he went and up there into the coal mine and he traded his corn for coal and got coal. We come down there with our corn and they wouldn't take it because they'd already had all the corn they needed for their mule.
So you scooped the path.
And we'd scoop the path, and boy, I'll tell you, I've never seen Bernard, and I don't think I've ever been as mad in my life as I was at that time. Because here we'd worked that morning,
And then he got the coal.
and here he was home scooping corn in his wagon, and when he knew that we were done, why,
He took off and got your coal.
got our coal. But anyway, we took our corn into Madrid and sold the corn and got some groceries and come back home again.
But you know, when the snow was that bad, I remember Willie and they dig tunnels in the snow to the barn, and then they build houses in there. And we girls would go down in there then, and you were like you were in your own
Little world.
yeah.
Well,
As
you
hard
know-
as a rock on the top.
the Northwestern train got stuck out by Ray Remethy's, and they had hired men to come out from town to scoop, and they had to scoop in shifts, in layers. The first layer scooped off a layer and threw it off to the side. Then the second layer of scoopers come along and scooped it up, and that's what you had to do. It was about 15 to 20 feet deep, the snowdrift was right there in that cut by Ray Remethy's.
The year Steve was born, it was bad.
Well,
You remember,
that's another
Reggie,
year. That's
have a
another
picture
snowstorm.
on the car and how the snowbanks are higher than the car? We don't have anything like that anymore.
But anyway, finally they come with a rotary plow and plowed that out there by Slater.
Okay, back during World War II, you got drafted, you said you married in October and you got drafted and left your wife in July,
Yeah,
and that was July of 1942 then?
that's right.
And when was the next time you saw your wife?
Well, I went to see him
In
in
Louisville?
August in Louisville.
No,
For a
not in
weekend.
August.
Wasn't it?
No, they were picking corn. Must have been October.
Just a weekend.
Just a weekend then, from July to October. Then when was the next time you saw each other?
That was the last I saw him until he came home.
And how long was that?
That was in October of 45, 40, yeah, 45.
From October of 42 to October of 45,
We
you two were
spent our-
separated because of World War II, correct?
That's right.
We spent the first anniversary we spent was our 5th one together.
Yeah.
But But he was back in the States on our 4th anniversary and he called me.
Okay, during this time, during his, what, 42 months or whatever it was, where all did you go in the world, Dad?
Well, I went to Fort Leavenworth, Kansas first, went to Des Moines first. Dorothy Dillian and her mother saw me off on the train,
Me,
and you. You come down, how come you come down? Did we call you or they call you?
your blood test was one day too
No,
old and I sent you
no,
home.
when we come to Des Moines, when you come to Des Moines to see me off.
You called, I don't know.
I'll probably call, and you come down anyway. We had to wait for a train till late that night. And then we got on the train, and I remember they were all whistling at us because we were kissing goodbye, remember it? And so anyway, we went to Fort Leavenworth, Kansas, and from Fort Leavenworth, Kansas, we went down to Miami Beach, Florida. From Miami Beach, Florida, we went back up to Louisville, Kentucky, and there our outfit was formed in Louisville, Kentucky. Vern and I was the 35th to 36th man in the outfit.
This is Vern Simpson from Grimes.
That's right.
Okay.
And well, I met him on the train going to Leavenworth, so I became acquainted with him on that train. We got to stick together. We stayed together the whole time through.
He was reading the Sunday paper,
Yeah.
wasn't he? So he
But
knew
anyway-
he was from Iowa,
Anyway,
Des Moines.
we got bunks close together all the time,
Simpson and
and
Swanson.
then when we got to Louisville, why they made him. No, they didn't make him truck master then. They made him truck master at Fort Benning, Georgia. We went down to Fort Benning, Georgia, and they made him truck master. And then he made me his dispatcher.
Well, he was in the trucking business with his dad before he went.
Well, he was working for Western Transportation too. And then he went to, then from Fort Benning, Georgia, we went to Maxton Air Base in North Carolina. And we were there just a short time. And then we had about 500 men in our outfit at that time. And then they weeded us out. So we made it, they wanted 250 men. And we sent, I was one of the 250 and so was Vern. And we got sent overseas. We went to Pittsburgh, California. Took us 7 days and 7 nights and then some to cross the United States.
From North Carolina to California.
From North Carolina to California on a troop train. We did not have to get off at all. And they had guards on the train so that we couldn't even talk to anybody. I'll never forget when we were in Montgomery, Alabama. We had one boy in there, his name was Cox. He said, I could throw a rock into my backyard. And we sat there for about an hour or so. And he would have liked to gone home. Told his folks where he was at. And every time we went at night, they pulled the shades. So we had light in the cars, but then we had to have the shades pulled. So it looked like an old freight train running across the prairie. And well, finally we got to Pittsburgh, California. And we were there just a short time. And on New Year's Eve, 42, no, 40, yeah, 43, 42. New Year's Eve of 42, they put us on a boat on the Maui. And we pulled us out in the harbor, and we sat there between the harbor and Alcatraz, under the Golden Gate Bridge there. I watched everybody going out and celebrate New Year's Eve. And I think that was the only reason that they put us on the ship, because they figured they got us on the...
Out celebrating, you wouldn't
So
get back.
if we were still on land, we'd been out celebrating and they wouldn't have got us back on the ship. That next morning, then on New Year's Day, we pulled out.
Where were you going?
we thought they issued us winter clothes, long underwear, winter uniforms, stuff like that, so we figured we was going to Alaska. Here we ended up 21 days later in Australia, and it was summertime down there, and it was so hot. And I'll never forget when we crossed the equator, why they had what they called King Neptune's. I forget what they called it.
Wow. What was it? Did you say Grandma sent you a sweater or something?
Yeah.
Here it was so hot.
Well, you see, she sent me that for Christmas because I was in Georgia and Maxton, North Carolina. And I never got it till I got to Australia. And I sure didn't need it in Australia.
So then from Australia you went to,
New Guinea.
and how long were you in New Guinea?
Oh, I don't know.
Too long.
Was it 15 months in New Guinea and 13 months in the Philippines.
How often did you get a letter from me?
Oh, every once in a while I get a letter from you, but then I get a letter that was probably written 2 weeks ago, and then I get a letter that was written a month before that.
And how often did you write him?
Every night. Before I go to bed.
And where did you have malaria when you were in New Guinea?
Well, I had malaria twice, once in New Guinea and once in the Philippines.
Dengue fever.
Dengue.
So
Dengue and malaria.
Then from New Guinea you went to the Philippine Islands, right?
Yeah.
Then from
Went in on Leyte. We watched MacArthur come walking in. We got there before he did.
you cleaned up as General General Douglas MacArthur, right?
Leave of absence.
So you saw General MacArthur?
Huh?
You saw General
Oh, I
MacArthur?
saw him many times when we were in Australia.
Did you ever talk to him?
No. But we did have one fellow that said, I'm gonna make MacArthur salute me, who's Danny Williams. He got a wheelbarrow one time, and we always knew when MacArthur was gonna come to our air base and take off and go someplace, because they'd get it wheel his plane out and get it all ready and everything else. So then one morning here, they got that plane all ready, and Daddy says, I'm gonna make old Mac, Dugout Doug, they call him, salute me. And so we wondered how he was gonna do it. So anyway, he loaded up a wheelbarrow full of stuff. And MacArthur had to come around the corner and cut right across there by our motor pool. And there was a driveway right this way. And he had somebody signal him when MacArthur was coming. So MacArthur had to come up there on his big staff car and turned that corner. Danny wheeled that wheelbarrow out there and he stopped dead and so gave him a big salute. He just stood there, dropped his wheelbarrow right in the middle of the drive. And the driver had to stop. MacArthur had to salute him. He picked up his wheelbarrow and wheeled away.
Okay, now the history books that when I was in school, and I'm sure when my sister was in school, and probably our children, teach us that General Douglas MacArthur was one of the greatest heroes
He
that
was
he
a good general.
He was a
As
good
far as-
general.
He knew his tactics and stuff like
Uh-huh.
that. No question about it, but he was all for MacArthur too.
he was all for himself.
You felt that way.
Well, in one instance, I can tell you a big instance in Hollandia in the Dutch East Indies. He lived on top of a mountain, and it was 3 miles up to his quarters. And he had the engineers blacktop a highway, 4-lane road, up to the top of that mountain. They graded it and blacktopped it during wartime, mind you, so that he could go whizzing down there that path anytime he wanted to. He didn't need to live up there on top of that mountain like he did. He didn't need to blacktop that road.
But did the general working man, the general soldier, the general foot soldier, did he have a lot of love and respect for General
I don't know. I
MacArthur
really don't know about that.
and the people in your outfit?
Well, he didn't have much respect from our outfit, I know
Uh-huh.
that.
But yet, on the other hand, you feel he was a very good general. Okay. There's a lot of things that went on back during World War II and even yet today in the military service that we as general public would kind of shake our head at
That's
and wonder
right.
what's going on, but that's the military way, so we can't really talk bad about it. Okay, during this time that you were away from Mom, and when you did finally get back to Mom, and you landed in, where was it, in Denver?
No, our boat landed in Pittsburgh, California, and the first thing I'd done when I got a chance, I called her.
Uh-huh.
That was on our fourth wedding anniversary.
You landed the day of your fourth wedding anniversary?
Huh?
You landed the day of your fourth wedding anniversary?
Oh, and that's special.
Okay, what were you doing the whole time?
Yeah. Well, the whole time Dad was gone for those 4 years, what was going on in your life, aside writing every night to him?
I worked all the time.
Well, where did you work?
Well, you worked.
I worked in Ames at J.C. Penney's, and then I
Well,
worked,
what'd you do at JCPenney? Were you like a clerk or
I clerked in the dry goods department.
the dry goods?
When people would come in and want material, I'd measure it off for them, and not only that, we had other stuff there too.
You weren't Dragut or Rosie the Riveter then?
I chored for my dad when
Well,
Irvin was in
when
the
Irvin
service.
went, well, she come home and chored, took
Well-
Irvin's place at home and chored for her dad.
We had 8 cows, and I'd go down and help milk cows, and we had chickens and everything I had to do chore boy. And then I worked for my grandma Timothy, because she broke her hip and she had to have help.
Where were you living during this time that Dad was in the Army? Or
Well, I lived in Ames when I worked in Ames. I lived in an apartment
See, gas
in Al Robbins.
and tires and sugar and food, and all kinds of food was rationed. Had to have stamps, ration stamps to buy everything. I never did have to have stamps, but you did.
And then in the stores, we could, like, even where I sold, we had any cosmetics and stuff, you know, where I, pennies, we had that too. And we had to charge certain taxes on them.
Excise taxes, luxury taxes, they
There was
call
all
it.
kinds of taxes on certain articles. It was sure different than it is nowadays.
okay,
And then we had gas rationing, we could only buy so much gas, we couldn't get in the car and go every time we wanted to go. And then we'd go to the store with our we'd have books, you know, the stamps, and we'd have to give so many to get
Coffee and sugar.
And fruit cocktail was one of the hardest things to buy in the store.
You know, we had so much fruit cocktail. We went to the quartermaster one time and to get groceries. We was going to ship out someplace. I forget which one of the places it was we was going to ship out to. That was when we were in either New Guinea or the Philippines. And we went to the quartermaster, and the guys were throwing in boxes on our trucks. And they just throw in anything they could get a hold of when the guy, the checker, wasn't looking. And we wound up with so terribly much fruit cocktail that year.
We could get fruit cocktail and pineapple, that was really something, because we used to make a lot of Jell-O and put that in it too.
I got so
Don't
sick
you
and
remember
tired of
fruit
fruit
cocktail
cocktail.
and Jell-O?
I got
We
so,
didn't, it was a treat to us to get it.
Grandpa was getting sick of it.
And then we couldn't get stoves and refrigerators and stuff, you had to have your name at the stores, and you went on the list when your name come up. We
well,
could
you put your name in before I come home, didn't you? For refrigerator?
seem like it.
And we never got that till, was it after Reggie was born or about the time she was born?
and when did this rationing stop? I mean, you know, the war was
Oh,
over in '46, and you were home in
You've
'46.
seen those ration books, haven't
Yeah,
you?
but I mean, when did this rationing stop? You said you didn't get your refrigerator until after Reggie was born. That's been
Well, they could
over
only-
2 years since you got home
see,
from the
all
Army.
All of the iron and all of the stuff went for the
Service.
army, for the service, and so they
They had
They
scrap
could
iron
make-
drives.
They could, yeah, we'd get paid so much for, in your junkyards, you'd go through and save this, you know, take
And
it.
you'd smash your
take-
tin cans.
Yeah, when we got our fruit cocktail, we cut both ends out and mash it and save it, you know.
Yeah, but I mean, when did this rationing quit?
Well, it was still going on when I started to farm. I was working at the creamery at the time when I come back. And I worked there, 18 months at the creamery. And there was a farm sale, and you could not get a tractor. And the only way you could get a tractor was it wasn't rationed. You had to pay what they called a ceiling price. You could only pay so much for a tractor.
Uh-huh.
And I remember that this tractor was based at $600 at that time. And it was a used tractor. And the only way they could get it was everybody that wanted a tractor put their name in the hat, and then they drew a name out, just like a lottery.
Mm-hmm.
Well, her dad,
Whose sale was it?
it was Ole Thorson's sale.
Oh, that's right.
Her dad had gone around to all the people around there and told them to put their name in for me. And I put, of course, when I come to the sale, I took off work that afternoon and went to the sale. When I come to the sale, I put my name in because I wanted that tractor so bad. And here they drew out Harold Ursuline. My heart just sunk because I figured, well, then her dad come around and he said, that tractor's yours.
And then they called it Lil Ole.
Yeah. It was just a little F-14 farm off.
Okay, then you got out. What year were you released from the army? Discharged from the army?
Well, let's see, it must have been 45, I imagine, late 45.
Late 45.
Huh?
Shirley and I drove out to see you, or meet you in Denver,
Denver, yeah.
and then we come back to your folks,
And where did you live when you came back?
Mom and Dad.
For how long?
Stayed till we got a house quick, where it was like Michael's lived, that's where we moved to, was it?
Yeah.
Who'd lived in that house?
Was it Ray Ryan's? Or Willie's? No,
Yeah.
Willie hadn't owned it yet. Willie didn't buy it till later,
And then how long did you live in that house?
till we moved on the farm.
A year or so. Well, see, Carl Lundahl told Roland he'd saved a farm for you to rent.
Yeah.
He wanted Roland to farm his farm. So when you went on that was in March. You know, farmers always started in
March of what year?
Well, he already had to have his farm rented, so that must have been, he'd rented it for 46. We never started farming until 47.
That's where Reggie was born then.
That was when?
48.
What?
Move, Chris.
March of 48.
That was March of 48. Your little bundle of joy come along, huh? Okay, during this time, March of 48, there's some stories that went on about my older sister now. Is there anything you'd want to share with this?
Yes, Mother.
Well, you know what? I remember her when we had a dog named Happy.
Yeah. What kind of dog was that?
Cocker Spaniel.
Cocker
Bill
Spaniel.
Samuelson's gave it to us, didn't they?
This is at the Lundahl place?
Yes, and it was kind of a golden honey color, wasn't it? And it was a cute little dog. And Reggie liked that dog so well. And when she was in her high chair, I'd set the high chair right when I'd go down. We had to pump water and fill our reservoir on the stove. That was our water to wash our dishes and our hands.
See, we didn't have running water at that time.
And I'd go down and pump water. And then I didn't want to leave her alone, so I'd set her in
Set
the
that dog
doorway.
up next to her, huh?
No, I'd set her in the doorway so she could watch me down at the pump, pumping water and carrying it up to the house. And the dog was out there and happy, you know, and
jumping around.
Frisky little dog, yeah.
And I come in and she's just going like this with her feet just a kicking in the high chair.
Do it again. How was she going in high chair? Okay.
Show us how you did it, Mom.
She said, happy. And I got so excited. It was the first she'd ever said that.
So the first word was happy.
She said, happy.
That's
And
my first word.
Give us.
no,
Happy.
she just said, happy. And I got so excited. And I said, Reggie, what did you say? Say it again. And I was so excited. And she's, happy.
Let's give an example.
She couldn't
Let's give
get
an
it out.
examples.
Happy.
There you
That's
go.
exactly what she done.
Okay.
And I'll never forget it. And I was so excited, I just hugged and kissed her.
Why? Okay, there's a story behind her name. Does anybody want to share the reason why?
We could go to another subject.
You've met Regina,
Yes.
you know her. Did you meet him, Steve?
Yeah, but let's hear the story so this can be down
Regina
for
is still
posterity.
pretty, Reg.
What's-
You saw her this time.
What's the story behind it? Now let's share it.
Well, I'll tell you, we had a fellow in our outfit that was a good
It's
friend
gonna
of
be boring to your
both
kids,
Vern
isn't
and
it?
I. His name was John Bucko. And he had a girlfriend back in Bayonne, New Jersey that was a model.
A model.
Beautiful.
And he had a picture of her. And her name was Regina.
Uh huh.
And I said, if ever I have a daughter, I want to name her Regina.
They weren't married then, were they?
No, they weren't married.
She doesn't look anything like a model.
She's beautiful. She's your mother.
She's not a model.
She's the best looking sister I've got.
That's right.
the only looking sister you got.
And he always called her he always called her Reggie, and he still does to this day.
Does it?
Reg.
Reg,
Mhm.
he called her.
Anyway,
When we were out in Denver, I remember he called her Reg many times.
Why don't you stop for a while?
when you were baptized, Reggie, Pastor called you Regina.
Oh dear.
So what was that like being called Regina, Ma?
I don't
I
like
didn't
it.
like it.
Shut off the
Shut off.
video, please.
But he didn't know how. That's the own pronunciation.
And now this is at the Ross house.
Gun shop for Richard.
How can that work? The battery pack's not in it though.
Why don't you say something, Uncle Steve?
What do you want me to say?
I don't know.
How can that work? The battery pack's not even in it.
It's market.
Yeah, but the battery pack's not in it.
How come it's blinking?
What's your call?
I don't know. Oh well. Open door.
Yeah, open door.
I guess that is its battery pack.
You wanna come and carry some of the stuff on?
Sure.
Red. Red. Red.
You got the green button.
Red, honey.
No, it's no red button.
Red, honey.
It's recording.
It's red.
She's got some super fine hair.
Emily, flop on top like hers.
Look at this. What am I gonna do now, Jen? Sound like such a good
That's the way
idea.
that's the way she had it on Emily.
Not her.
Emily.
Her cousin, she fixed her
You're
hair.
still a kid.
Then she just wrapped hers up with it in the
That was
back.
plastic. And mine was really a plastic crust.
Maybe. I'm not doing good at this either.
Aw, Jenny.
Mini skirt.
No.
You messed up, Ma.
I know I messed up. If we were a little longer. Won't be long. Maybe by Christmas? You suppose? Does her hair grow pretty fast? I don't think so. What'd I do?
Did you ever stand on her head for like
Never roll down the hill
some of
a
the
few
blood
more
rushes to your head
times.
and it makes you
How many times did you roll down the hill? this
Bunch, didn't you?
I'd like to see that. Was it good on the camera? On the film?
Oh, you put that on camera too, didn't you?
I did.
I thought it was cute.
Well, I think we'll go back to it one night.
Harder hair in the center now.
center.
Well,
She
then it
wears
lays better. She has pretty blonde hair.
She's got beautiful hair.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
Don't
Your
wear
hair's
Get around the other side of her, Reg.
See, it'll get darker now for the winter, but then in the summertime it's blonde again.
She's
got
getting
pretty
blonde
hair.
hairs all the time. You know, all your sisters and brothers have dark hair.
Yeah, we do.
But you
I
like your mom, aren't you?
Well, I had
Did you have dark hair when you were born?
No, blonde like Jenny. Reggie has to get through it, Jenny.
Don't, Grandpa.
fingernails are cold, aren't they?
Your whole hand is cold. Stop. Grandpa's being mean to me. Go beat him up,
We're working on this, and it won't be too much longer till that's gonna catch.
She hates it.
Well, that makes her change his focus on
Yeah,
it.
she don't like it.
It's torture.
That camera that lens keeps going that way all the time.
Zoom, Chris.
It has to be,
Just a little
to
longer.
me, I like it when it's curled with a curling iron.
I
and then
don't.
just
I see
wipe it
cavities.
You know how this works? So that should work.
Don't.
I think you should just shave all her hair off. So she could look like Sinead O'Connor.
She looked like her dad.
There's a fly there. Oh, no, there's
It looked like it was flying around, didn't it?
There you go.
What is this, Hoya? Hoya what?
Might have to
What
have
you
some
doing?
Hoyas.
Hoyas?
How are you doing?
There's something back there, don't eat till it draws.
You're back. Look who's back. It's John. Hey, John. He's been out playing. Say hello to all the people, John. And that was Uncle Steve's
I
mouth.
think you got a battery recharger there.
Let me try it.
Wait, hold on a second.
Here it is.
Back it up.
Maybe we should plug it in.
All right, here's Jonathan.
Crystal, plug it in.
Crystal.
Oh, and that was John.
If you want something to eat,
I love you all.
Hey, buddy, try that.
where do you go?
Dorothy.
Jenny.
Get on the phone and call Aunt Dorothy,
And
Jen.
Jenny. And Jenny.
That's Aunt Dorothy's number.
And Reggie.
Hey, I'll call Aunt Dorothy.
Don't
I'll
you
go
dare.
Aunt Jenny's, Aunt Dorothy's number.
Yeah.
I said Aunt Dorothy instead of Aunt.
And Grandma told Jenny to call Aunt Dorothy.
Why?
She wants some
Get
lunch.
something to eat.
And we
want
said not
something
to
to
say
eat.
what she wants, so.
Right, Chris?
You betcha,
Did you
dude.
eat any pancakes for breakfast?
Yeah?
You want
4.
some? You want 4 more?
Yeah, do you want this?
Don't you?
Well, you can have it.
I don't need it. I got a new one last week. If you don't want it, I'll take it.
I use it.
You can have it then. 'Cause I got a new one last week.
That one what?
Mead notebook.
Go on, John, pick your nose.
Chris, come on.
Just let me tape a little.
Hold on.
Not now, okay?
Hey,
No.
put it down here.
Wait.
Stop
Put
it
it
for
down
now.
here.
Why?
Hi.
Don't.
How to charge the
Why
battery?
don't you go put it on TV and see what we